For more on the developing story, we now welcome in our Bob Holtzman, who is outside Aaron Hernandez's home in North Attleboro. Bob, it's simple here. What is the absolute latest regarding Hernandez's involvement in this case?
But we've never seen activity quite like we're seeing right now. About 1:45 Eastern time today, as many as 20 police officers showed up from North Attleboro and Massachusetts State Police Departments, some in uniform, some in plain clothes. There were 2 police dogs along with them and some crime scene analysis equipment. There was one officer who went in with some paperwork in his hand. Obviously, we do not know if that's the arrest warrant or yet another search warrant. Keep in mind that police were already here at Hernandez's home on Tuesday talking to Hernandez and searching his house, and now they're back again today. One of the things we've seen them search was a dog house in the backyard behind Hernandez's house. But again, probably 18 or 20 officers arrived here about an hour and 15 minutes ago, and most of them are still here on site. Obviously, none of them are commenting. Hernandez we have not seen since late yesterday.
Now, you mentioned Hernandez being a key component in this investigation, everything around him and his home. But are there any others who have been linked as primary suspects in this case thus far?
Jorge, officially, police have not named any suspects in this case. In fact, they've gone as far as to say that all they would say was that Hernandez had not been ruled out as a suspect. But ABC News was reporting this week that police have surveillance video from late Sunday night or early Monday morning when this incident happened that shows Hernandez along with Odin Lloyd, the victim in this homicide, and 2 other men in a car together late Sunday night. The question is, who are those men, and will charges at some point be filed against them? You have to assume that there are other suspects in this case. It's just one of the many things that police are still trying to get the details enough to try and figure out and who to get arrest warrants for and who to charge.
Now, quickly, Bob, describe the scene out there in North Attleboro, Massachusetts, where you mentioned police there, you mentioned neighbors. Describe the scene for us.
Well, I'd say, Jorge, there are at least 50 or 60 people standing here across the street, some reporters, some cameras, some just neighbors who are curious, just waiting to see what happens. Obviously, it's an upscale neighborhood between Boston and Providence, fairly close to Foxborough where the Patriots play, and needless to say, nothing like this happens here. So everybody very curious to see how this all transpires. Again, about a half dozen police cars here, Aaron Hernandez inside the house, as well as a dozen or a dozen and a half police officers, and everybody just extremely curious to see how this plays out this afternoon.